Hi everyone, Carly here. I just wanted to show you really quickly my 2017 agenda that is going to be replacing my 2016 agenda. This was 2016. It has been through hell for the last year. It was my first foray into journaling and keeping track of things. And so I did just about everything, trying to figure out what I liked, what I didn't like, adding different pages for this and that. I mean, I even added lipstick swatches. I mean, everything. So this is going to be going in just a couple more days. We only have left 2016. And welcome to 2017. This one is a A5 Filofax. It's made by Webster pages, and it came from Joann's, and it's about $55 at Joann's, which sounds a little expensive, but you just use one of their 50-60% off coupons, wait for that to come in. Use that drops it down to like $25-30, and then I also used an Ibotta rebate for $5 more on it, so I spent about $20 on this. It's not bad. When you first open it up, you see it has the ring binder. I kind of like that as opposed to what I had last year. I can change things out, I can reorganize. I really like that. On the left, it's kind of like a wallet. I think this is where I'm going to store all my stickers, and see, I kind of already started storing some stickers, and then I have my mother and I, and then some whatever loose things I have at the moment. When you buy it, it comes with this clear cover and this cover that says Hello New Day. These agendas are generic for any year, so I went in and I have to put in all my own dates in it. So the first thing that I did is printed off this calendar, and I kind of like it at the very beginning, Hello New Day, and there's all my days of the year. So let me just go through my my layout, show you what I have going on for my planner for the next year. Emergency contacts, and then birthdays for the year. Another page for emergency contacts if I need it. One little divider, and property of with my name, phone number, and email. And I think I'm going to bump this up a couple pages. My word for the year is mindfulness. I want to be mindful throughout the year of things that I'm doing, everything from eating to walking to drinking. Be able to stop and take a moment and think about what I'm doing and just be mindful of everything. So my word of the year is mindfulness. It's right up here in the beginning. And let me show you real quick how I have this laid out. My tabs, starting up here at the top: business, anything I do that makes money, mental health, physical health, trackers, and then I have nothing on this one yet, and then months of the year. So let me start with expenses, and oops, missed a page. So the first thing for expenses is I have skills, keywords, achievements, etc., my resume builder page. So I just jot down anything that needs to be included on my resume. Maybe I acquired a new skill over the course of the year, or I attended another conference. So this is just where I keep track of that, so that when I submit applications to places, I have an easy one place to go to for all of that. And here's my page for applications submitted. It's really easy. Have you ever gotten a call back from somewhere that you applied to like 4 months ago and you forgot that you even applied to it, and you were wondering what that job was? So this is where I keep track of the date that I applied, what the position was, where it came from, and things like that, just so I have a record of what I was up to 4 months prior. Here's my Uber. I do Uber sometimes. Uber pays out weekly, so I'll put, if I work that week, I'll put the week, how much money I made, time I spent, trips I did, tolls, tips, and any notes that I need to do. And I also do some car shows. So this is my way of keeping track of what money I made for car shows and who worked for me for those car shows. So just the date, the show, judges, and money that I made. Here's my mental health tab. So for this is everything that keeps me happy. So I did this last year, a reverse bucket list, where if I go do something cool, I'll put it down here. And then at the end of the year, I have a page full of really cool things that I did that year. And it's a nice way to go back and look at the year and see what I did. So I wanted to carry that on to this year. This is new. This is a dream journal. Sometimes I have some really weird dreams that I'd like to wake up and get out of my mind, so I will write them down. So my dream journal, It's a couple pages. And this next bit is for inspirational quotes. I love me some inspirational quotes. So I just have some cute little things to put my quotes in, a couple pages worth, because that probably won't be enough. And then music, something that I noticed with my last agenda last year is I always had a loose sheet of paper in it somewhere, because what happens is I'll be listening to Pandora or something like that, and I'll be like, oh, I really love this song, and I have a sheet of paper that I'll write that down in so that I can come back to it, add it to a playlist, things like that. So now I actually have a dedicated sheet in my agenda for any music that I like that I want to come back to. Movies watched, if Robert and I go to the movies, I can jot down when and what movie I went to go see. And then the same thing with completed books. I listen to a lot of books at work, audiobooks, and I read some books as well. But what I would do is write down the title of the book, the author, and the date that I completed it. Cool little bookshelf. And then I always come across suggestions for books to read. So this is my to-do list for books to read. And then the year in pixels. I saw this, somebody else did this. I really liked it. Basically, we have the year laid out, January through December, and then the days of the month. And for each day, at the end of the day, how was my day? Was I overly excited, happy, so sad, or was it a really bad day? And I'm going to go from green to red once I get my markers in. And so hopefully, you'll see mostly green. You'll see sometimes there's red because there's good days and bad days. But it'd be interesting just to see what is there more of, or are there any trends for when, things are up and down. So that's kind of interesting. And then physical health, I'm doing a 100-mile challenge. So this is 100 miles, 100 blocks. That comes out to, 52 weeks in a year, roughly about 2 extra miles a week. So 2 walking lunches. I'll go across the park and walk. And what I'll do is I'll come back, write the date, and that block will be done. My husband suggested that I flip this over and do another 100 because he thought 100 miles wasn't enough. But we'll see where we get to. And then Shark Week for tracking all things cycle related. Here's a little derpy left shark. My husband didn't catch that reference. I hope some of you do. Same thing, January through December, and then the days of the month. And then what's going to happen here is I will, mark it off if for whatever different part of my cycle that I'm in, so I can keep track of when that's coming. And then here, starting in 2015, I started taking my measurements and trying to lose some weight. So I have that ongoing, and then I also created a couple bar charts where I can track my inches and see how that's going. And I did it out for the year. So the next thing, trackers. This journal came with a whole bunch of little divider pages, like, you are my sunshine. How sweet. 2190, it's called the 2190 rule. 21 days to create a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. So with habit trackers, what you're doing is trying to create habits and trying to create lifestyles by doing things consistently and keeping track of it. So for my habit trackers, I have my ruler over here too. For my habit trackers, for example, this is January, and I have meditation, exercise, vitamins, practice my Italian, and water. So days of the month, and this is for January, and you just come in and you mark off if you completed your task for that day. At the end of the month, you get to see how well you did in each of your different tasks. And you can change it up every month. You see my February one's not filled out or anything because I don't know. I might not have a problem with my water intake, so I don't think I need to continue it. Who knows? This is something I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing, but I have it in here just in case. I really liked the way it looked. So when somebody else showed off their sleep tracker, this one's for January, so I have the days of the month and then hours of the day. So we start about 7 p.m., but normally you fall asleep, 11, 12, something in here. So if I go to sleep at 12 at midnight and then I sleep until 7 a.m. I'll come back and I'll fill that in with blue highlighter, just the one little blue line across that. And you'll be able to see at the end of the month what your sleeping habits look like. So that's kind of cool. I like that. So there's my sleep tracker all the way through December. Another little divider page, make it happen, because the journal has to be inspirational too. Nothing on this tab yet because I'm mostly just using this space for spare pages that I haven't decided what to do with yet. More spare pages. And then this little glitter tab down here is I have my little password page hidden in the middle back in here. Another divider, You Are My Sunshine again. And now we're into the months. So January, starting January, the first thing that you'll see is the monthly layout. I have the weeks of the year in blue highlighter and then the days of the month here in black. I also have some of my holidays and work schedules and birthdays in here. Whenever I have something going on, I'll put it here and also put it in the weekly, which you will see in just a second. On the back of my monthlies, I have the 52-week art project. This gives me just a momentary escape if I'm having a rough day at work. You know, in week 1, I can come here and I have a task piece of clothing to draw. So I can sit here and draw a piece of clothing. Gives me a little out for just a couple minutes before I need to get back to work. But it's kind of cool. At the end of the year, you know, I'll have 52 drawings I can go back and look at. Here's my weekly layout. I have these little dividers in. I don't know if I'm going to keep them, but what I did last year is I would put on the right over here what I ate for the day. So that would be my food tracker, my meal tracker. Also at the top, I have Italian quotes. I really like Italian. I'm trying to learn Italian, so anytime I can practice it, I try to include it. So as far as bullet journaling goes, I'll have my tasks in here. Anything I need to migrate, I'll move to further days. But see, this is kind of, I don't follow strict bullet journaling. I just kind of adapted it for myself. So you'll see each day of the week. I have a divider on it. I have it numbered for what day it is, different quotes. This one's interesting. A moment with a fiery female is worth 11 years of a boring life. Italian quotes. At the end of the month, I have just a spare sheet in here for to-do lists, whatever it may be, house cleaning, things like that. I also have the 52 list project. So this, I found it online. There's a book that it comes with, but I didn't want to have a separate book to carry around. So for each week, you have this list that you make. This one is Goals and Dreams for 2017 for week 1. It's supposed to be very introspective and help you better yourself by looking at things in your life. So I'm going to have that for every single week of the year. And then a couple extra sheets of anything I need. And then we're on to the next month. I'm not going to go through every month. You kind of get the idea here all the way through December. And it ends back here with another clear sheet of plastic. If I need any more storage, I've got it back here. A couple little pen holders. And, excuse me, that is my 2017 agenda, which is going to be a huge upgrade from my 2016. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer or show you where I got things or help you out with creating your own. It's really fun. It's nice to be able to take those few minutes a day to collect your thoughts, think about what the day was like or what yesterday was like, and fill in some of those trackers. If you want to see my last year's and how it looks and what happens, message me. I'd be happy to talk. And that's about it for now. That was a lot of information in 14 minutes. If you have anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.